Hello. Thanks for hopping on with me today. I'm so excited to share with you about how to overcome fatty liver. Now, first of all, let me get this jacket off because we have sunshine for the first time here in North Dakota in a little bit. So I got to get as much sunlight as I can on my body because we know that sunlight balances all the hormones and actually helps cholesterol and helps so much more. All right, so this is the one that I've been thinking about preparing for and talking about with several of you for quite a while. So I'm so thankful you're on here today. It would be worth your time and energy to hit the share button because someone is going to absolutely love what we're saying today, and they've been actually praying for a solution, and we're going to give them the solution right now. So I'm going to let a couple more of you join. And so our discussion today, and you guys can put the comments, let me make sure that the comments are on here. You can put the comments in the chat there if you've got questions. So I am talking today about how to overcome fatty liver disease. Now listen, I've seen this happen. I've seen people with fatty liver. You know, it's interesting because fatty liver has been around for a long time, right? And we usually thought fatty liver was from alcoholics or people who drink too much. And that is a cause. But now there's something called NA, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Have you guys heard of that? So if you're somebody on here and you're like, I don't even drink alcohol and I've got fatty liver disease. Well, I'm not sure if you know this, but 1/3 of the children in the United States right now are supposed to have fatty liver disease. So it's like basically undiagnosed fatty liver disease. And so 1/3 of our kids, you guys. So of course there's a ton of adults that have it, and these are non-drinkers. So I'm talking to the people that are the non-drinkers. Now, if you're a drinker and you've got fatty liver, the first things first, stop the alcohol. Like stop, I always say stop the toxicity, right? Stop what's making you toxic. My hair is so wild today. See, I'm growing it out, and you guys know this, the growing out stages are not easy for a person, right? So you're just going to have to bear with me on this growing out stage. It'll get better the longer it gets. It'll have a little bit more shape to it. Anyway, fatty liver disease. So first things first, there's going to be a couple things. So if you're here to take notes and if you're actually here to get well, and I want to know this, if you're here to get well and you're here to reverse it, I want you to say, me, I am here for wellness. I want you to put it in the chat because identifying where you want to go is your first step. You can't say, my doctor said it's irreversible. My doctor said this, my doctor said that. Listen, I've seen hundreds of cases of fatty liver disease reversed like that. Sometimes in 4 weeks, sometimes in 6 weeks. So 4 to 6 weeks, if you really want to give it a fair shake, do it for 8 consecutive weeks and then retest. Most of you probably have your baseline numbers right now with fatty liver. And so what that means is you have high liver enzymes. And so what happens with high liver enzymes, they're measuring your blood and they're saying, oh, you've got these 2 enzymes in your body that are registering high. They're supposed to be much lower. Now listen, I've had so many people that had fatty liver disease and literally called me, they're crying. One time a gentleman called me and he's like, I'm so scared. My doctor told me there's nothing I can do. I'm in my 30s. How did this happen? I said, listen, it's completely reversible. He said, my doctor told me it wasn't. I said, this is the moment where you don't trust your doctor if they're saying dumb things like that. So you have to talk to a nutrition coach or somebody that understands the physiology of the body and the chemistry of the body, right? And the electricity of the body if you want to restore and regenerate those organ systems. And so let me tell you today, thank you for everybody saying you. If you're here today and you want to reverse fatty liver, or maybe you know somebody, make sure you hit the share button because I'm going to give you the exact steps of what you need to do to reverse fatty liver disease. Now, again, we're specifically referencing today non-alcoholic fatty liver disease because all of you know that if you're drinking alcohol every night, that's got to go if you've got fatty liver. If you've got anything liver related, remember, everything has to filter through the liver. So if you have fatty liver and you're drinking alcohol every night, good luck. I mean, you can wear all the patches in the world, but they're not going to be working like they should be if you're drinking every night. Okay, so eventually you're going to have to decide, what am I doing drinking every night? I'm like poisoning my body, right? And so I'm talking to not only that person, but I'm talking to the people that on here today that have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Again, 1/3 of our children are diagnosed. They say not diagnosed, but formerly have fatty liver disease. 1/3 of our kids are walking around with this. So when you implement this as a mom or dad, you can implement this with the whole family. Someone who wants to do all of this with their family, put family in the comments. Okay, family. If you want to do this for your whole family and get your whole family's liver well, let's do it. Because here's what you don't know. If your liver goes, everything else is shot. I mean, liver is like, and here's the thing about liver and kidneys, they can rebuild, they can regenerate, they can restore. We've seen it happen, right? Most organs can restore and rebuild and regenerate. People just not trained that way. So just because you have fatty liver disease does not mean that you're on your way out. But you do need to get it functioning properly so that your body can use it for the healing mechanisms that it needs. Okay, so who's here for their whole family? I'm here for my family. So the first things first, easiest thing I want to teach you. When you wake up in the morning, have a glass of water. And mine, I put electrolytes in it. This is number one. So if you're, so everybody, number one, put lemon water. This is what you're going to do. If you've ever been around me, I always drink lemon water. Now, you can have fresh lemon. We literally just got back from traveling for weeks on end, so I went to my fridge before I did this, and I didn't have any fresh lemon. But my second favorite thing, for those of you that have go to Costco, this is actually 100% Sicilian organic lemon juice. It is so easy and so good. And it was a fresh. Can I get it open? I need to get one of my boys to get it open. It's that tight. Hang on, let me get it. Someone's gonna open this. Let me get Bo to open it for me. Hey, Bo! Can you come open this for me? I can't get it open. So this is my fresh jug. Literally, I just pulled out of my pantry because they come in 2 packs and they're like $8 at Costco or something ridiculous. So they're so good. So every morning, lemon water. Your goal is, when you drink water, you know I'm crazy about electrolytes, right? Because if you don't have the electricity, nothing is healing. Can you open this for me? It's my lemon water. I loosened it up for you. Oh, he's kind of, can you get it? I loosened it up for you, Bo. Thank you. Love you. Okay, so I'm just going to take some lemon water. Look at this. I like a lot of it. I'm cleaning my liver. Okay? So I've got my electrolytes in here. I had a pinch of salt with my first drink. And now I just put a lot of lemon water. So first things first, every time you eat that citric acid, that lemon, those natural compounds in, those natural compounds in the lemon are gonna break down and help to cleanse the liver naturally. So it's a really easy, affordable thing that all of us can do is drink lemon water. You can implement this in your family, your homes. You can do it all day long, okay? You guys got it? Lemon water. Type in lemon water, number one. That sun feels good. All right, the second thing I want you to do, here's what people think. They think that fatty liver comes from eating too much fat. Well, maybe processed fat, but not the good fat. Good fat is very healing for our bodies and our organ systems and especially our hormones. And so what people don't realize is that one of the primary ways to reduce fatty liver is to actually get rid of the carbs. Yes, you heard that right. In fact, they should have called it carby liver disease, carb liver disease. If they would have called it carb liver disease, I mean, think about it. Think about people that are drinking alcohol. Is alcohol a fat? No, alcohol is a carb. Okay, you get it? Fatty liver disease is actually caused from excess carbs. Again, it's a bait and switch from the medical establishment, because if they would have called it carb liver disease, then people would have been like, oh, I'm scared of carb. Instead, they said fatty liver disease. So people think, oh, I got this because I ate too much fat. No, you got this because you ate too much carbs. Okay, that's what alcohol is. Alcohol is a carb. Okay, are you guys with me? Are you understanding what I'm saying? But again, marketing is everything, and marketing is everything, and everything is marketing. So the medical community has done a great job of brainwashing everybody. But I'm here to rewire the brainwash. I always say you need a brand new brainwashing. That's the right information. So you got to get rid of carbs. And what that looks like is, I'm not saying completely, especially if we're talking to children or athletes or pregnant and nursing women, but you want to eat living carbs if you can. So, I mean, if you've really got high liver enzymes, I would say you need to get rid of carbs outside of cabbage is going to be okay, asparagus, some lettuce, some of those basic things. If you do some of those basic, even some cauliflower, those basic vegetables we can count as carbs, okay? You want to get rid of the sugars for a while. You really do. So you don't want to be loading up on like grapes every day and things like that, okay? Because we're trying to get this fatty liver, we're trying to get these liver enzymes down because it's caused from too much sugar, okay? Again, we should call it sugar liver disease. And then holy crap, I got to get rid of the sugar, right? So what I would say is, if you're on here and you have fatty liver disease, your goal is to eat under 30 grams of total carbohydrates in a day. And you can thank me for the weight you lose later, because you will lose weight when you do what I'm telling you. You're going to lose it because, first of all, your liver is going to be functioning better, and your liver is a key to weight loss, number one. But number two, when you eliminate all those starchy carbs, the bread, the pasta, the dough, the donuts, all of the stuff, sweet potatoes even. I mean, I like that stuff, but listen, when you've got fatty liver, you got to get rid of the carbs for a bit, okay, to regain control of that liver system. And so I would say definitely try to stay under 30 grams of carbs a day. That's total carbs. So again, you can do broccoli, you can do cabbage, you can do, I love lettuce, again, cauliflower is okay. Celery is not a bad idea. Okay, so those are some of the carbs that you can eat, but stay away from bread, pasta, cereal, all that stuff. And if you're saying, well, I can't, well, then you're just going to continue to have carb liver disease because it's caused from the body. It could be in combination of the carb liver disease, processed carbs, like the fast food you're eating, the processed food you're eating, right? There's a great app. It's called Yuka. Yuka? I think that's the name of it. Yuka. So last night we had Truett and a buddy at our house. This is so good. And his mom's a dietitian. And he said, my mom is shocked because I showed her the Yuka app, and this family wears the X39. This young guy, if you've seen that picture with the boy with the acne where it's gone like in 18 days. This is the guy I'm talking about. And anyway, his mom's a dietitian and she had no idea that a lot of this stuff in their pantry was bad until she started using the Yuka app. And I said, here's the deal. A lot of the dietitians, a lot of the nutritionists, a lot of the doctors were trained with that formal education from textbooks that are very outdated now. So we have got to take back our power. So anyway, if you're using the Yuka app, you can see exactly what's going on. You can download that app. It's free and it will literally tell you out of 0 to 100 if something is good, bad, or ugly. Listen, if it's not like 80 to 100 good, I'd probably put it back. But that's just a side note for those of you that want to get your kids involved. My kids told me about the Yuka app and they don't put anything on their body or in their body without scanning it. I'm talking Truett and Rocco, the ones that we homeschool, 16 and 18. If they scan it and it's bad, they don't use it. They don't buy it. So we are training our kids young to take control of their health, okay? So number 1 was lemon water. Number 2 was limit the amount of starchy carbohydrates and carbohydrates in general. I would try to get under 30 grams a day. Can you guys put that in the comments so I know that was number 2? That was number 2. So number 1 was the lemon water throughout the day. Number 2 was reduce those carbohydrates greatly. Again, it's not called fatty liver disease. It should be called carb liver disease. True story, because remember, alcohol is a carb. That's why so many people, that's why the original fatty liver disease was with alcoholics, right? So that's because alcohol is a carb, right? But they wanted to hook and switch you and get you more afraid of fat. So, because they know that when you eat fat, you heal. The third thing you need to do, okay, you guys with me, 30 grams of carbohydrates. The third thing all of you need to do is you need to start eating 2 eggs a day. 2 eggs a day. This is my favorite eggs. Vital Farm, organic, pasture raised, they're running around, right? And so free range chickens, if you can get it foraged, they freed them to forage outdoor years round. And how you know is when you eat these eggs, my goodness gracious, they're so beautiful. Now, if you have a local farmer, always go local, always go local. But these eggs are so great because when you break them, the yolks are so bright and colorful. Now, side note, there's like this measles breakout going in the country. Do you guys know that a major way that they treated measles back in the day and that to prevent measles is vitamin A? Do you guys know that? So I love eggs because they've got all the vitamins. Cod liver oil has high doses of vitamin A. So if you guys are wanting to really up your game with vitamin A to keep your family safe, out of that realm, definitely get some cod liver oil or start eating some fatty fish. But eggs are a great source of a lot of vitamins. They have vitamin A. In 1 egg, you have 8% of your vitamin A, or 80 micrograms of vitamin A. So eggs are so great because they have, let me just read you the nutrients in an egg. Are you guys ready for it? Okay, you can jot this down. This is so huge. 2 eggs a day. 2 eggs a day will keep the doctor away. 2 eggs a day will help you to get rid of fatty liver. There's something very powerful in eggs called choline. Choline is actually known to detoxify the liver. Did you guys know that? Choline is known to detoxify the liver. I usually eat about 4 eggs a day. Okay, eggs do not cause high cholesterol. Another lie from our federal government. Surprise, surprise, these guys are jokesters. All right. But let me list for you all the vitamins in an egg. Are you guys ready? First of all, they're a perfect source of protein. Like you've got all these essential amino acids that your body cannot make. Okay, so they're in the egg, right? So eggs are perfect for that reason. All right. Another thing that is really important is a good, healthy source of fat for your brain, right? The good cholesterol. Cholesterol, by the way, protects the nerves and the nervous system and the nerve lining. You don't want super low cholesterol. That's called cancer. When your cholesterol gets too low, you end up getting cancer and you end up with neurological things because the cholesterol is too low. So 2 eggs a day. Let me tell you, vitamin D. Vitamin D, like I'm sitting in the sun, 6% of your vitamin D a day. Calcium, you got 2% in an egg. Iron, 4%. Potassium, none, but you got 70 milligrams, but it's considered zero on the percent daily values, which doesn't matter. But 70 milligrams of potassium in an egg is pretty big, guys. Somebody told me yesterday, I'm drinking Core water. If you go look at Core water, it's got 0 milligrams of potassium in it. It's marketed as an electrolyte drink. They're such liars. How can they get by with this? I don't know. But an egg, you'd be better off having an egg. An egg has 70 milligrams of potassium. Remember, we need 4,700 milligrams of potassium a day. Vitamin A, that's the one that prevents from the measles outbreak that's happening. Hit the share button. This is such good information. 8% of your daily value of vitamin A. If you have 2 of these bad boys a day, you got 16%. You are literally protecting your family against that. Okay? Let's not give it any more power. Vitamin E. If you don't know this, the fat-soluble vitamins are vitamins A, D, E, and K. A, D, E, and K. A, D. Those are fat-soluble vitamins. What does that mean? They need fat to be absorbed into your body, okay? Vitamin E. So this has vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin E. It's got, 0.5 milligrams of vitamin E. It's got riboflavin. Do you guys know the B vitamins? B vitamins, first B vitamin is thiamine, B1. Vitamin B2, riboflavin, vitamin B3, niacin. I mean, we could go through all the B vitamins because I'm like an expert in each one, but this actually has 15% riboflavin. That's B2. Do you know what that does for your skin? A lot of good stuff. It actually has niacin. They told you to quit eating eggs because niacin, vitamin B3, naturally lowers cholesterol. Go research it. Mayo Clinic, for decades before they came out with cholesterol lowering drugs. You all should hit the share button on this, by the way. It's so good. It's chock full of truth. You know what you get from me? The truth. Okay? So here's what it is. Niacin has been used for decades to lower people's cholesterol, to optimize cholesterol naturally. If you go to mayoclinic.com and type in vitamin B3, which is niacin, it's going to tell you that that's what they suggested daily for people to lower their cholesterol. One of these eggs has 8% of my niacin in a day. I eat 4 a day. That means I'm getting 32% of my niacin. That's why my cholesterol is perfect. My cholesterol is perfect because I eat eggs and I sit in the sun. Exactly the opposite of what they told you, those freaks. Anyway, vitamin B6, another crucial vitamin. If you guys don't know about vitamin B6, it's huge. You got 6% of vitamin B6. Then you've got folate. Okay, folate is incredible. So you got 25 micrograms of folate, right? Vitamin B12 in this particular egg. And how are they getting this? How are the eggs so nutrient dense? These are organic, free-range chickens that are foraging out year, made with fresh air and sunshine. Okay, you put a chicken in a little chicken factory with no grass and no foraging and no nothing, the chicken gets sick, and now you're eating the sick chicken's egg. I'd rather eat the healthy chicken's egg. You guys too? All right, we're not done with this yet. B12. B12, I don't know if you've ever read the book about B12 deficiency. People think they're dying when they have B12 deficiency. True story. People think they're dying with B12, and they can, okay? So B12, an egg has B12 in it, 20%, right? Bottom line is biotin. Biotin is the biggest thing for your hair, nails, and skin. 35% of your biotin, that's a B vitamin, by the way, in one egg. If I eat 4 of these a day, there's a reason the skin looks good. There's a reason I never sunburn, ever, right? That and the patch. What else? What else are we on? Biotin, pantothenic acid, another B vitamin. These are all B vitamins I'm talking about, guys. 15% of that in a day. Phosphorus, 8% of that a day. Iodine. The world is getting thyroid cancers, breast cancers, and uterine cancers, and prostate cancers because of iodine deficiency. Guess what you guys got to start doing? One egg has 20% of your iodine in a day. The Midwest is completely deficient in iodine. Why? Because iodine generally comes from seafood, from kelp, from areas where there's water, like the oceans, which is why if you catch me in a tropical destination, I'm eating seafood every meal. Why? I know the power of my iodine. This sucker is like the breaker box for my body, and it prevents cancer. How do you know if you're iodine deficient? You've seen my videos. I paint a little iodine on my wrist right there. It should last 24 hours. Most people, it lasts 1. That tells me they're iodine deficient. And iodine deficiency, you will end up with breast cancer or ovarian cancer or prostate cancer. It's not It's not if, it's when. So you need to get the iodine, okay? So 20% in one egg. Are you kidding me? Eat 4 a day, 20, 40, 60, 80%. Zinc, zinc. Zinc is so important for our immune systems. You got 6%. Selenium. Selenium works as a cofactor nutrient with iodine. If you don't know anything about the thyroid, it's iodine, selenium, and molybdenum. Molybdenum, that's how it's spelled. But those minerals are so powerful for our thyroid. Okay, you got 25% of your selenium. They didn't want you eating eggs because they're a natural vitamin and mineral and detoxifier. Remember how they're burning down the chicken coops? They're killing all the chickens and they're telling people not to eat eggs? It's on purpose because the people that are eating eggs are the healthiest people on the planet. True story. Can you believe what I'm telling you? And of course, not only do you get the iodine and the selenium, which helps to prevent all the cancers, you've got choline. And also, iodine and selenium help to balance out your thyroid. So if you're on here and you're like, I'm so heavy, I have hypothyroid, eat eggs! Eat eggs, okay? And then again, the choline is a natural detoxifier of the liver. Again, they didn't want you eating these beautiful eggs. I go to the grocery store, I buy 10 boxes at a time. Some of my kids eat 9 eggs a day. My boys eat 9 eggs a day when they come home from the gym. I'm not kidding. Okay, so what do we got? Woo! Okay, so number 1, you got your lemon water. Let me drink some because I'm thirsty after all of that. That was a lot of information, but you didn't know it. You didn't know it. You don't know what you don't know. Doctors are not trained in nutrition. And in fact, dietitians are not trained in that much nutrition, right? Which is why dietitians are shocked by the Yuka app. Okay, so you got your lemon water. You reduce your sugar down to 30 milligrams. Somebody put this in a 1, 2, 3 in the comments, please. Reduce under 30 milligrams of carbs in a day because it's not fatty liver, it's carb liver disease. Okay, and then eat 2 eggs a day. Eat 2 a day. We're pretty simple so far, aren't I? Like, this is just easy stuff. Can you believe you're going to reverse the diseases in your body? And you can thank me and tell me that you've lost 20 pounds after doing this for 8 weeks too, because that's exactly what's going to happen. When you start eating eggs like this, I eat 2 eggs before bed, you wake up 2 pounds lighter. True story, because your body's naturally healing and working like it should through the night while you're sleeping. All right, this is big. All right, next things. Okay. Are you guys with me? Yep, you don't know what you know. Lecithin. Okay, lecithin is also a form of choline. We're going to give it a little extra choline because choline is so good at detoxifying the liver. So I like to you can buy soy lecithin, non-GMO, or you can buy sunflower lecithin. Okay, sunflower lecithin or soy lecithin, non-GMO. Make sure you get non-GMO. I like the Now brand. It's cheap. It's affordable. It's easy. In fact, I have a full script link that I'll put in the comments and I'll post. So you guys, if you want to go get some of the things I'm telling you, because there's not that much more, you can go get it. So the lecithin. If you take lecithin, and again, right there it says supports brain and nerve functioning, naturally occurring phospholipid. What's the magic word to detoxify the liver? Choline. Remember? 2 eggs a day. And now we're going to really come in and hammer it with the lecithin. And so you take literally, this is so amazing. You guys, lecithin, it helps with absorbing the fatty acids that our bodies need, vitamins A, D, E, and K, right? It helps to break down fats in our body. So if you're a person that has a hard time when you eat fat, you kind of belch and you feel sick, it would be a good idea to take some lecithin when you eat fatty food. Why? Because it just kind of makes it soluble. It kind of turns it into water. Imagine that. Lecithin comes in, binds with that fat. It almost turns it into like water soluble so that the body can assimilate it and move through it faster. So I would do you can either do it this way. You can take a lecithin with every time you eat fatty food, okay? Or I just take 2 lecithin before I go to bed. I take 2 lecithin before I go to bed with about 400 milligrams of magnesium, and I wake up with an awesome bowel movement. That one was free for you non-poopers in the house. But you're going to be a pooper after this. Okay, so you can take 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate. By the way, magnesium citrate binds with oxalates. That's a whole nother Facebook Live. Listen, my knowledge depth on this stuff is from here to China, but I just don't have time to discuss this type of thing anymore. But when I do it, it's so golden. You guys should all hit the share button on this. So you got the lecithin. Are you with me on that? It's a big deal. Take 1 with every meal or 2 right before bed. If you have a pooping problem, take 2 before bed with 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate. That'll get everything moving and grooving. If you're not pooping within 12 hours after you eat, if your body is not defecating or pooping once every 12 hours, that toxin from your bowels, your stomach, literally it's called the gut-brain connection. It goes back up to the brain. All that bacteria that's sitting in the gut is now going back to the brain. Do you know why you get a little goofy when you're constipated? You think you're miserable, but you actually get kind of depressed and angry. Do you know why? It's the gut-brain axis, it's called. The gut and the brain the gut is the second brain, okay? So if you're not pooping at least once every 12 hours, holy Moses, you got to get the crap moving, okay? Lecithin and magnesium citrate before bed will help that. You guys got it? Okay, Kim, good job. Lemon water. I say 30 grams or less of carbs a day, but you can do 20. Okay, make sure you're having plenty of salt with that. You want to make sure that you have plenty of electrolytes. When you lower your carbs, you have to have electrolytes. Why? Because it's called carbohydrate. Carbs store water typically. Carbohydrate. The knowledge is in the word. Okay, so like if you get rid of carbohydrates, if you stop eating a bunch of fruits and a bunch of pastas, well, guess what? You're going to naturally lose 5 pounds of water weight because those carbs were storing water in the body. So instead of you getting dizzy and nauseous and not feeling well and having, I feel like my heart rate is having heart palpitations, you need to have electrolytes. So electrolytes fix almost 80% of problems, but be fixed by electrolytes, especially when you mix it with lemon water. Okay, but she said 30 grams. You got your 2 eggs a day. Guys, got it? Oh, 2 eggs a day. Is there an amount? As much as you can drink, Debbie, of the lemon water. I always say, do you want to get better? Are you willing to do what it takes to get better? You can't keep praying to Jesus and keep doing dumb things and wondering why Jesus isn't healing you. Eventually, you got to get in step with your healing. Get in step with your miracle. Non-GMO, now brand is good. Yep, great info. Lecithin, you guys got it? Lemon water, 20 to 30 grams of carbohydrates a day. Make sure you increase those electrolytes so that you're sufficient and you don't get wishy-washy. 2 eggs a day, and you got your lecithin. Okay, we're almost done. We got 2 more things left. Now, I like a multivitamin and mineral. Now, I just showed you that this has a lot of multivitamin minerals in it and vitamins and minerals. I mean, that's why they tried to outlaw it. So you could try just doing the eggs first, and it's going to balance a lot. But if you say, I know I'm deficient in a lot of stuff, because if you have any disease state, remember, disease stems from one of 2 things: toxicity levels or deficiency levels. Most people are toxic and deficient, right? We're toxic because we're eating all the crap food, the wrong food, the sugar, the processed food. And then we're deficient because we're not getting the vitamins and minerals because people aren't paying $8 for a carton of eggs like I am. Okay? So why do I pay $8 for a carton of eggs? Because my family's worth it. I'll make cutbacks in other areas of my life because my health is my most important thing. This is the house I have to live in while I'm here, this body, right? Are you guys getting this? All right. If you want to drink lemon water, you can do it with a straw. So if you're worried about your teeth, just put a straw in the lemon water and start drinking it that way. Okay? All right. So I like Seeking Health. I like the brand Seeking Health. I think it's very good. Now, I will tell you, David Schmidt is coming out with this new Salergize supplement. I love it. I'm drinking it every day, but it's not out yet. Once that's out, that's going to cover a lot of bases for us. So I'm going to say switch to the Salergize when that comes out, because David Schmidt is the Mac Daddy of all Mac Daddies, of scientists for reversing aging. But in the meantime, Seeking Health, this one has folinic acid and hydroxy B. If you have the MTHFR gene, your body can utilize methylfolate and methylcobalamin, but it also can utilize folinic acid and hydroxy B12. So what I did in this one is this is a good one if you don't have the MTHFR gene. Some members of our family have it, some don't, so we can all take this one. Again, I'll have this on my full script link. It'll be posted in the comments. Hopefully Scott or someone will post it, or if not, I'll just post it when I'm done. Okay? Okay. Finale. Who wants the finale? How do I eat my eggs? I fry them in butter or coconut oil with lots of salt and pepper. All right. And I also love hard boiled before I go to bed. All right. Are you guys ready? Because fat doesn't make you fat. Fat makes you lean and mean and ripped, and fat nourishes all of the organ systems, and it nourishes all the hormonal systems of the body. I'm moving out of the sun. Okay, the final thing. So again, let's review one more time. Lemon water, number 1, as many times throughout the day. Drink it with a straw if you have to. The second thing is reduce your carbohydrate load to under 30 grams a day. Make sure you're increasing your electrolytes, your salt. I can't believe I didn't bring Redmond's real salt out here. I usually have salt, or Baja Gold. I usually am carrying salt with me, but I had just drank it with my water. So you need salt. You need a good quality salt. Those of you who are doing that. And also coconut water for all of you who don't get enough potassium in a day. So when you start cutting your carbs, because potassium is generally found like in coconuts and sweet potatoes, when you start cutting your carbs, you do have to be mindful of increasing those those potassium-rich foods like avocados. An avocado a day will do great things for your health. Okay. Okay. So under 30 grams of carbohydrates in a day. You've got your 2 eggs a day with the choline. You've got your choline lecithin supplement, non-GMO. You can do either non-GMO soy or sunflower lecithin. It says lecithin right on it. If you're trying to poop at night or poop in the morning when you wake up, 2 lecithin before you go to bed with 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate. Magnesium citrate, just like calcium citrate, binds with oxalates in your body and you crap it out so you don't ever get kidney stones. It's a good idea. And then, of course, the Seeking Health, I like this one. And then the finale, here it is. Who's ready for the most historical breakthrough that activates your existing stem cells? Hello, if you have not heard about this yet. So everything I'm showing you was lifestyle up until this point. Go out and do this stuff, right? This is the power of the patch. I got a great story for you. So I had a friend. He did nothing that I just told you. I just told you the keys to the kingdom. I literally gave you $2,000 worth of health coaching in the last 40 minutes, okay? Or 30 minutes. Last half an hour, you've got $2,000 worth of health coaching. If you do what I say, you'll lose weight, feel great. You'll crap out stones and oxalates. You'll regain your health. Your fatty liver disease will be gone. It's gone. It's completely reversible, right? Your liver enzymes will be normal. But I'm going to tell you, I had a guy who did not do any of the things I just showed you. Okay, a friend of mine, and he saw my post about X39. And I said, Joel, his name is Joel. I said, Joel, do X39 and the glutathione. This is the guy who called me scared. He said, I'm so scared because my doctor told me I can't reverse this and I'm so young. Like, how do I have this? Bottom line is I said, listen, it's completely reversible. I don't really care what your doctor said. It's completely reversible. Do you want to know how to do it? And he said, yeah. I said, wear X39 and glutathione. Okay, these are the 2 patches that Joel got. Joel was so worried. He got the patches. He put X39 on, and he immediately put on glutathione. Now, let me tell you something. The X39 patch, if you don't know a little bit about this is a historical breakthrough that does a lot for activating the GHK copper peptide, especially when you're going to take this in combination with the Celergize. All of those ingredients in the Celergize with X39 combined, I mean, you're activating existing stem cells for sure and creating new ones. But it's a historical breakthrough. What it does is it activates GHK copper peptide. That's been clinically proven to literally reset 4,000 genes. So Joel got started on this. This will increase the glutathione. If you don't know what glutathione is the master antioxidant. I would argue glutathione and melatonin are probably the 2 most important. Glutathione is a master antioxidant in our body. Our bodies need it to literally to get rid of the heavy metals that we're constantly ingesting, breathing, taking in. And so glutathione is a major thing. Here's the deal. Some people's bodies can't take an oral glutathione because they have something called the cell danger response, and they will literally get weird symptoms because their bodies cannot assimilate oral glutathione. The problem with that is you're spending a lot of money on these oral glutathione supplements, and they are not breaking down in your body. In fact, they're causing havoc. Okay? If you take NAC, N-acetylcysteine, it's a precursor to glutathione. If you do that for a month straight and test your blood levels for glutathione, they might be up 13%. Okay, your glutathione levels. Also, if you get a glutathione IV, the half-life of a glutathione IV is 7 minutes. I'm not saying you shouldn't get a glutathione IV. IVs are always a great idea, but it's a 7-minute half-life. So by the time you hit the car, that glutathione has had a couple circulations of the body and then it's out. Okay, what I love about X39 is it naturally increases glutathione with light. So I'm not ingesting it. So for those of you who've got that MTHFR, MTRR, or these genes where you're not able to assimilate some of these nutrients quite correctly, when you bypass the stomach and you come in with light, you're literally turning on a healing mechanism in the body with light. Are you guys understanding this? So this is how the patch works. It comes in a sleeve like this. It's $100 a month. By the way, less than a cup of coffee a day. In fact, like Starbucks now, like average price is like $6 to $8. Okay, so you're like paying $3.33 a day. Get this, put this on anywhere in your body. So my friend Joel does this. Get this, remember I told you about Joel? He called me freaking out because his doctor said, I got fatty liver, I can't reverse. I said, you're reversing it in 6 weeks, give me 6 weeks. He put this patch on. I said, what else you need is gonna be the glutathione, Joel. You also need the glutathione patch. Well, I didn't talk to Joel, and so when Joel got it, he put the X39 on and he immediately put the glutathione on. And a great place to wear the glutathione, listen up, it's 2 spots where the glutathione should be worn, okay? under your belly button. Actually 3. I love it under your belly button because you're trying to reset everything with the digestive, the stomach, all of that. So under your belly button is great. Another great place, if you have any throat related stuff, I'd put it right underneath your Adam's apple, literally right there. But my favorite place for the glutathione, let me take off my shoe. I'm on the deck out here. Take out my shoe, take out my foot, is gonna be on your foot. So here's my foot, right between your first and second toe, there's a point. It's called liver 2 in Chinese medicine. Liver 2, remember we're trying to reverse what? Carbohydrate liver disease, fatty liver disease. So liver 2 is right here on your foot, okay? And then liver 3 is right above that on your foot, okay? Are you guys with me? Liver 2 and my actually liver 3, what I do is I push on the top of my foot right there to see which one is more sore, and that's where I put it. I love that point in the Chinese medicine and the meridians. So put that glutathione patch right there. Got that, liver 2, liver 3. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. My friend Joel didn't talk to me, and and I wouldn't start with this. I wouldn't put this on day 1. I would wear this for at least a week to 2 weeks, okay? Because this is gonna naturally increase your glutathione 30%, okay? Nope, Crystal, it doesn't need to be left side, it can be right side. If you wanna do it on both sides, you can. Maybe put it on right side one day, left side the next. I usually just wear it on my right side, okay? I'll be honest. But anyway, so Joel didn't know that. And Joel just got it. He put the X39 on and he called and put the glutathione under his stomach. Remember, he did nothing like I told you on the front end of this. I wouldn't talk to him about eggs. I didn't talk to him about lemon water. I didn't talk to him about choline. I didn't talk to him about cutting his carbs. I did tell him to quit eating crap food. So Joel calls me the next day and he goes, Renita, something's going on. I'm totally crapping my guts out. Like I can't get off the toilet. It's like fire shooting out of my a-hole. And I said, what's going on? He was like, I don't know. It's the patch. It must be the patch. And I said, Joel, what patch do you have on? He said X39 and glutathione. I said, Joel, pull the glutathione off. He said, are you sure? Are you sure I shouldn't go to the doctor? I've never had this much diarrhea in my life. I said, your body's detoxing, but it's happening too fast. I said, Joel, just pull the patch off. Just pull the glutathione patch off. He said, really? I said, yes, do it right now. He pulled it off. He called me a half hour later. He goes, I stopped pooping. I said, surprise, surprise. I said, wow, you're full of it, Joel. I said, you are full of it, my friend. I said, that was way too fast for your body to detoxify all the shit that's in your body. I said, so now just wear the X39 for the first 2 weeks. And then you can put the glutathione on your foot, or under your belly button, but just take off half the back of the patch. So put it on like this. See that? So I can take off half the back of the patch. Let me just put it under my belly button right here so you guys can see it. See that? That's going to ease you into it. Okay? So that you don't get blasted like Joel and spend all day on the toilet crapping your guts out. Joel calls me 6 weeks later, sends me the printout. Not only is his liver enzymes normal, they're on the low end of normal. So he went from super high, thinking he's going to die, the doctor telling him there's nothing he can do, 6 weeks later. And all he did, you guys, was these 2 things. Now, all the information I gave you on the front end is the nutrition coach in me. I am a nutrition coach. I am obsessed with health. I want everybody to be well and take back their power. So do everything I said on the front end, but for sure these 2 are non-negotiable because I know these work all day, every day for what I just said. Okay? Yeah. Sometimes I have to swear because it's like, he was crapping his guts out, Bobby. It was wild, okay? So it's okay. You're fine. Everybody's fine. If you can't handle my swearing, that's okay. You know what? Go back to lying mainstream media. What do you want? Anyway, the bottom line is get a hold of who shared this video with you. Get started on these patches. Get the wholesale pricing. I would say start with the core package. If you say, hey, I just want it for my health. I don't care about anything else, like the business aspect of it. Get the core pack. You can start with 2 sleeves of X39 and 2 sleeves of the glutathione for $295. And that's really where you need to begin. All the other stuff is lifestyle. Now, listen, if you do this, and just 1 or 2 of the other things I said to you, you're still probably going to have a huge reduction in your liver enzymes. And your doctor's going to say, oh my gosh, what did you do? And you can educate your doctor about phototherapy. Oh, by the way, when you put a glutathione patch on, the reason Joel had that crazy response is like I told you earlier. Glutathione is the master antioxidant for the body. It helps to detoxify heavy metals. Joel was apparently full of them. But the thing with glutathione is it actually increases the glutathione level of your body up to 600%. They did a clinical study over in Asia with the glutathione where they had people wear the patch and they measured their glutathione levels 24 hours later. The average person was up 300%. glutathione in their bloodstream. 300% increase. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. So again, but it's not a solve-all. Like, I'm a nutrition coach, so I want you to do everything I just said to take back your power with your health. This is such great information for you today. All right, Patty's got it. Lemon water and a pinch of salt, 20 grams or less of carbs, increased potassium-rich foods. You got it. Yep. 2 eggs a day. Make sure that it's little pasture-raised, running around fun chickens. You want the happy chickens, not the mean chickens. Yeah, she's got it. Non-GMO lecithin. I like sunflower, but you could use non-GMO soy. That's fine. Seeking health or whatever multivitamin mineral you need, take it. Okay. Maybe you take a good one already. Keep taking it. All right. I'm not here to sell you that stuff. I'm here to tell you what you need to take control of your health. X39 and glutathione. Yep, that's it. That's what you need. So if you do what I say, not only will you lower your liver enzymes, you're going to completely reverse carb liver disease. And you'll probably lose 20 pounds with everything that I just told you, because everything I just told you is how you probably should be eating anyway. And so, yeah, take back your power with your health. Is it okay to wear glutathione every day? I wouldn't start like Joel. Right, Lynn? I would start with my X39 for a couple weeks, and then when you're ready, because your body's naturally increased that glutathione about 30% with the X39 patch alone, your body says, okay, now I can actually handle a little bit of a detox. And just like I showed you, I only put a half a patch on. And tomorrow, I'm going to wear this until I go to bed tonight. I'll take it off, and I'll take off the other half tomorrow morning and put it on again. So you guys got that? All right. Yep. Pat is telling us that the liver enzymes went to normal with X39. Exactly, Pat. I just gave you a big overview of health so that you could take back your power and lose the weight, feel great, look and feel like $1 million. But honestly, we're seeing it with just this alone. We're seeing people, those enzymes, boom, done. But I don't just want you to use phototherapy. I want you to take control of your health, because you're amazing, you're beautiful, and God wants you well. And the question is, do you want yourself well? Are you ready to change your story? Okay, so you gotta be ready to change your story. All right, hopefully this has been advantageous for you and beneficial. I better go. I got a lot of things to do today. The best is yet to come. Look at this. Woo, thank you, Jesus, for the sun. You guys wanna see my backyard? Oh, so we built a dance floor last fall. So we're gonna be having lots of dance floor. Yep, there's lots of Parkinson's testimony. I have one, Sharon Rose, on my Facebook page from the other day. I have it with my mom. We have so many Parkinson's and neurodegenerative conditions. But the boys will be out there playing basketball pretty soon. But we're going to be kicking up a storm and shaking a leg on this dance floor that I had built. I said, we need a big dance floor so we can dance. And that's my garden that I'm going to be putting in here shortly. Look at that beautiful raised garden over there. This is awesome. So yeah, we're totally blessed and highly favored. So the very best is yet to come, guys. We love you. God bless you. And get a hold of who shared this with you. Get started on the patches. I would be happy to sponsor you. If you're a friend of mine or you're a follower of mine, I'd be happy to get you started at the wholesale pricing. And remember, God designed your body to heal. It's really amazing how God designed our bodies to heal with light, isn't it? God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.